whatever a Zen master said is right. In the early years of our founding Zen master's teaching, Master taught us a lot. Sometimes he presented to us the entire spiritual path from beginning to end. My elder Bhikkhus Tuệ Nhân and Không Chiếu and my elder Bhikkhunis Phúc Trí and Hạnh Như probably remember this. In those days, Master has not yet organized his teaching into a systematic curriculum. When Master spoke slowly, we could understand and keep pace with him. At break time, we could raise our hand and ask questions. But there were times when he talked fast without stopping. He stood still, did not write on the board, did not look at anyone, and just went on talking. We just sat there and listened in silence. We did not even have time to formulate any question in our mind. The teaching seemed to flow naturally and he spoke without thinking. I was still surprised for the first time. But later the whole class understood this and none of us raised our hand to avoid interrupting him. As best as we could, we just tried to pick up the fallen flowers. We just listened and had no time to take notes. Master knew about this. He told us to record the teaching and just listen without interrupting him during class. Later, Master explained to us that at that time, his condensed cognition made sense of the topic and delivered it, without him needing to think, infer, or make an effort. This is spiritual eloquence with which one understands clearly the topic and can present it in one's own way. One does not need to follow the scriptures word by word, yet the content is true to the Buddha's teaching in the sutras. We often hear people talk about teaching the Dharma from a pure mind in samadhi. This is samadhi in motion, as one has to use language to express the content, but the mind is immobile. I recounted this in length as I wanted to give you the context of my confusion at the time. As I was not able to grasp the profound meaning of the teaching, I found myself drowned in the stormy rain of its complexity. Once I asked Master, why did you sometimes say this, then at other times you change and say that? I kept thinking about both and found that they are both right. He smiled. Then he said softly, Zen masters are very much ambivalent, my dear. Master used many colloquial words that we students all know, such as "drug work," colloquial Vietnamese word for wrong, and "huề tiền," colloquial Vietnamese word for break even, etc. Since then, Master's answer is like a koan for me. Gradually, over the years, as I read the scriptures and meditated on them, I understood more about that koan. For example, a Chinese Zen master whose name I cannot remember taught his disciples, lustfulness, wrath, and ignorance are Buddha phenomena. Many people disagree. Lustfulness, wrath, and ignorance are evil and need to be eliminated. How can they be the teaching for enlightenment? It is said in the Diamond Sutra that all phenomena, dhammas, are Buddha phenomena. So killing the father, killing the mother, killing the arhat, making the Buddha's body bleed, breaking the harmony of the Sangha is also Buddha phenomena? Why then did the Vinaya or the Buddhist monastic code call them the 5 sins, etc.? The contradictions come from our different viewpoints. Where do we stand when we look at the world phenomena? Generally speaking, there are two standpoints. The conventional truth standpoint of worldly people who have not treaded the spiritual path. They see that everything in the material world is real. They cling to worldly phenomena and hold on to them. The ultimate viewpoint of awakened or enlightened beings who realize that the essential nature of phenomena is empty, illusory, impermanent, that phenomena arise from a multitude of causal conditions, and their existence is temporary and unreal. Therefore, from the viewpoint of the essential nature, one can say, all phenomena are Buddha phenomena. All world phenomena are impermanent. They arise from the convergence of a multitude of conditions. They constantly change with the conditions, and thus they are unreal, transient. Their nature is empty and illusory. World phenomena are the full manifestation of the Dharma taught by the Buddha. So it can be said that all world phenomena are Buddha phenomena. Lust, wrath, and ignorance are Buddha phenomena. This is true with regard to their essential nature. Lust, wrath, and ignorance is evil, is sin. This is also true. In real life, the Buddhas taught, do not do evil things, do wholesome things, keep one's mind pure. So the Buddhas taught. Similarly, when the patriarchs said, affliction is awakening, or bodhi, they spoke from the standpoint of the essential nature. Both arise from causal conditions. Both are empty. Therefore, affliction and awakening are equal. On a practical level, life is a sea of afflictions, and we need to practice spirituality to free ourselves from afflictions. So when we hear strange and seemingly contradictory statements, we need to contemplate them from two different viewpoints. The viewpoint of worldly people who cling to phenomena because they believe that life is real with its afflictions and its myriad of different, separate, and chaotic phenomena. The viewpoint of awakened and enlightened people who see life's deep essential nature, who realize that all phenomena are equal, pure, empty, immobile, and they are not subject to birth or death. Thus, the sutras sometimes said that this world is the realm of Mara, the demon king, but it also said that this world is the pure and solemn land of the teaching of Shakyamuni Buddha. Thus, Saha, this world of suffering and endurance, is indeed the Buddha realm. In the end, how this world appears before our eyes depends on each individual's seeing, and whatever a Zen master said is right because he has mastered all aspects of the Dharma. Masters Hall, November 4th, 2020, Triệt Như.